problems with that motor, buddy. Hey, just between you and me, the idea is to avoid the other cars. Congratulations! You just set the sport back 30 years with that move. That move will put you in the Hall of Shame. You keep doing stuff like that and we're gonna lose our sponsor. Looks like that's it for us today. Now I know why you got canned by your old team. It's over. We can't fix that damage.
Welcome, everybody. Noma Super Speedway League coming at you on the Monday night. Bobby with all the freaking hobbies. Why? Because that's what my wife says. That's what I go by. I'm back. COVID bit me in the butt. I got rid of it. I spit on its face. I spit right in its face. But it still got me, though. Between it and the sinus infection, I've been out for about 3.5 weeks. Glad to be back. I don't sound like a chipmunk anymore. At least I don't think I do anyway. But I will say, we should have us a little fun tonight. This is the iRacing Super Speedway. This thing is huge. I mean, it's big. It's wide. This track's about as wide as any one of the butts and those women in that talk show, The View. But it doesn't matter how wide it is. These guys are still going to end up running over each other. It is very, very fast-paced, very high speeds here. I'm looking, hopefully, to see some green flag pit stops, but I'm not going to bank on it. Like I said, this puppy is really tough to tame. So you guys stick around. Appreciate everybody that's given me the goodwill, prayers, and wishes to get better. Certainly appreciate that. Like I said, I don't think I sound like a chipmunk anymore. Hopefully not. I am living proof, not to sound gross, but I am living proof that you can actually live on snot for about 4 weeks. I'm telling you, it's horrible. I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. You guys grab something to eat, something to drink, whatever, munch on. Come on back and spend the next probably hour and a half or 2 hours with us here at the Noma Super Speedway League, MaxSpeedTV. We're going to be right back after this.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly straight.
This is Rio of Madison Rising, and you're watching MaxSpeedTV.
Welcome back, everybody. Just getting into some qualifying times here. I want to let you know a little bit of race recap before I forget it. These cats are only going to get one fast repair. That's all they get. So they got to keep the fenders on this thing. They got to play nicely with each other. We'll see how that works out. Also, during the race, stages, lap 20 and lap 40. That's something to think about as well. Coming in, get your tires and fuel or whatnot. A lot of these guys are going to be up front. They're going to run up front. A lot of them's going to hang way back into the back. Try to miss the big one if it happens. You know as well as I do, it's probably going to happen a few times. But there's so many strategies, so many different ways and ideas to try to get to the end of this race. And that's what every single one of these guys is trying to do. They're trying to get to the end of the race. You've got to be in it to win it, and you got to have points. Everybody's looking at this big championship here for the end of this season. And that's, points is important. A lot of prize money and a lot of stuff to win. So we'll find out how that goes. But anyway, this is the NOMA Super Speedway League. We're getting ready to finish up on some of their qualifying right now. We're going to get off into their commercial. We're going to be back, and we're going to start this puppy up tonight on a blistering cold, crappy January Monday night here in Ohio. So we shall be right back in just a couple of minutes, I promise. All right, winding things down here, getting ready to rock and roll. Thanks everybody out in YouTube. Nice to see you guys out here tonight. I see we got quite a few. Nancy's out here with us. She says, glad you're feeling Bobby better. Tired of hearing you sniff all over the place. No, I'm joking. But anyway, I am feeling better. Thanks for that, everybody. And she says here, I'm here to watch my son in the 31 and my grandson in the 33. So she's got a son and a grandson out here competing. That's going to be kind of fun to watch. But give a shout out to them, and we'll let them know that you're out here watching and rooting for them. Kevin Nagels, nice to see you, my friend. I know your son's out here. He's one of my drivers. Still waiting to win that big super speedway race. It's broadcasted. He hasn't got that monkey off his back yet. Maybe tonight might be the night. I don't know. We'll find out. Also, I'd like to remind you guys, too, go on over to MaxSpeedTV. Check it out. A lot of other broadcasters besides me over there. Sign up, subscribe. We got like 9,500 subscribers. And you can catch up on all the information and the latest info on who's doing what, broadcasting where, what night, and all that good stuff. But we're getting ready to fire things off here in about another probably 2 minutes. I forgot these guys have a little bit of a longer driver's meeting than most of them do. Real quick to recap, lap 20, lap 40 is going to be your stages, all right? One fast repair. I call it get out of the pits free card. They only going to get one. That is it. Tires is not a huge deal here at this super speedway, but when you run all your fuel out, you got to sit there to get fuel. You might as well get tires as well. Now, I said it earlier, this track is wide. I mean, it's wide. You can run 6-7 cars wide if you want to on here. But it still persists in having a problem. They are still going to run into each other. And, of course, that nasty net code that iRacing has that they've just not quite got the handle on it yet, that could come out and show its ugly little head and bite somebody as well. But that one fast repair, you've really got to take care of your ride out here, especially at these super speedways. It sucks when you're running 70-some laps or 90 laps and you get down to the last 5 laps and, well, you're taken out and you have no fast repair, you're done, you're finished. Headset goes flying across the room, computer gets turned off, and you go in the house and you get mad. You really got to use your noggin here. You got to think. You got to figure out where to be at the right time at the right place. And obviously, you don't want to be at the wrong time at the right place. So there's definitely a lot of different strategies going on with these guys. Up front, in the back, in the middle. I wouldn't be surprised if you don't see some of them end up going a lap or so down just to stay out of the way. All kinds of different theories on how to get through this race to be there at the end. And, of course, that's what's important. Anybody out there in YouTube, hit the like button for these guys. Let them know you appreciate them. And also, anybody you want me to root to say hello to, unhook the plow, accelerators on the right, whatever you want me to tell them, I'll pass it right along to them. That way it'll be a nice surprise when they watch the broadcast. I only live by one, and that happens to be the league owner. But we're going to have about 24 inches of snow coming up in the next couple of days, so he ain't going to be able to get to me, and I'm not going to be able to get to him, so I think I'm safe. So I'll say whatever you guys want me to say. But anyway, we are getting ready to fire off. The guys should be heading up to the line here in about 15 seconds, and I'll get things together, and when they do, I'll be able to go through and screw up all their last names because, well, it's my forte. It's what I do. I'm good at it. And no, I did not get hooked on phonics for Christmas. I thought I would get it from somebody, but I didn't, so you're just going to have to deal with it. That's just the way I am. I'm the Keegan Bradley of iRacing Broadcasting. And if you don't know who that is, look him up on YouTube. It's called The Substitute Teacher. I swear you'll laugh so hard, you'll end up crying. But anyway, here we go. They are getting to the grid. You can see them right here starting to pop into your screen finally. We'll change our music and get this little better music going on. Be all professional and stuff. You can see them all getting ready to line up here, finally. And let's see what we got. Row number 1, the 26. It's going to be Mr. Casey Gilchrist. Right beside him is going to be Zachary Roethlisberger. And no, it's not Ben Roethlisberger's son, so don't ask. Row number 2, the 6, Cody Nagels. And the 88 of Mr. Clay Cantrell. Row number 3 consists of the 17 of Mr. BK Anderson. And the 195 of Randy Bunami, I think. I don't know. I'm just going to call him Randy Boom. We got to bring the boom down. What do you think? Row number 4 is going to be the 18, Mr. Mark Vega. And the 14 of Vincente Guerrero. Row number 5, the 99 of Mr. Robert Duvendak. He's been on a tear lately. Watch out. And the 71 of Sean McCarr beside him. Row 6, the 215, Rhett Cadoti, and the 906 of Little Taylor. It's been so while since I've said this. Hopefully I can get it right. And I'm not lying, folks. This is what we call him. Little bitty titty Taylor Tot Toller. That's his name. That's what he goes by. And that's what we call him. He is always exciting to watch. Keep an eye on him. Row number 7, the 44, Mr. Anthony English, and beside him, the 86 of Mr. Jim Butcher. Row number 8, the 31 of Joey Hillcox, and the 89 of Joshua Gathright. And I said it right because normally I say Garthright, but I didn't. I said Gathright. He's going to be impressed. Row number 9 to 5 is going to be Levi Wilson, and the number 33 of John Lynch. Row 10 to 93 of Matt Hummel, and the number 9 of Jay Stinson. Row 11 to 16 is going to be Justin Bentley, and the 75 of William McKiller. Row 12 to 30 of Carl Engel, and the 62 of Travis Hughes. Row 13 to 39 of Shane Ward, I hope. If not, it is tonight. And the 24 is going to be flat out Jason Miz. Row 14 and the 38 will be Garrett Velzy. And the 48 of Mr. Andrew Schroeder. 15 to number 8, Matthew Williamson, and the 08 of Tommy Cook. Row 16 to 55, Tom Barish, and the 15 of William Rice. Row 17 to 20 of Richard Gray, and the 66 of Christopher, oh Lord, Mikowski? Whatever. And that's going to be it. Got it. I did it. All right, the guys are going to be lining up here, coming all the way around this bad boy. Now, they're going to get speeds well over 200 mile an hour. It is going to be nasty, I'm telling you. Get things situated here. Get back into the swing of things. It has been a while, let me tell you. As you can see, the old pace truck is going to be bringing these guys all the way down. It's a long way around this puppy. Gilchrist is going to be in a 26. Roethlisberger is going to be in the number 4 up on your top line. I suspect that they'll be 3 wide, 4 wide racing. No time. Justin Bentley. Trinity says, let's go, number 16. We'll pass that right along, and there he is. Unfortunately, the iRacing, they don't have no fancy, cool little cameras like I always have for every place else that I go to. So I'm stuck with these little generic puppies. Hopefully that will change in the mid-future here. Well, here we go. You know how the rules, you know how it goes, man. Grab that water bottle, get you a quick drink, put your gloves, get them on nice and tight, get set up into that rig of yours. If you're wearing a 5-point harness, make sure you're all strapped in and everything. And truthfully, folks, if you're wearing a harness, you're definitely scrubbing your monkey because it's a simulator. But some of these guys take this pretty darn serious, so. But anyway, here we go. We're going to rock and roll right here. Remember, 1 fast repair. That's it. That's all they're going to get to this entire race. Will tempers fly? Probably. They always do. It's super speedway. That's what makes it so great, guys. The racing tempers, oh yeah. Well, we'll find out here in just a few seconds because we're getting ready to take the green flag at some point, I do believe. Like I said, this is a huge track. It looks like a herd of turtles out here, don't it? That's about how slow they're going on their pace lap. It's like watching paint dry. But that's about to change here in about another, I don't know, quarter mile. They're going to bunch up. They're going to tighten up. A lot of drafting. Lots of bump drafting going on. You can beat the crap out of these cars. The bumper's right off of them, and it's still going to be able to have good stability. So you're going to see a whole lot of beating and banging and door knocking. And away we go. Green flag. right away you can see all the room that these guys have. And they have plenty. And you can see it dip down, right? Really hard dive in that bottom line right there going into that turn. These cars will actually wash up a little bit on that track. They're going so fast. See how fast that they're actually going here. 235 mile an hour. That's pretty quick. Things happen like that, lickety split. So you gotta have time to react. Not a whole lot. You've seen that big bump right there, right? That's what these guys gotta have to deal with at 230 mile an hour. And believe you me, it will throw you all over the place. Up front, Duvendak's going to take the lead up on that high line. He's loving the high line. And, of course, my little buddy down here, little titty tater tot Toller, and the Home Depot machine. This guy loves to push. I think he pushed his grandmother down the stairs as she was in front of him. He just likes to push. He is a blast to watch. I'm glad to see he joined up into this league. He's a lot of fun. Sean Macara, veteran, to say the least. He could get around this place better than anybody. Gonna ride around with him right now. Watch this dip that he takes going into this turn. I don't know if it's this one or if it's the next one. See how he drops down really super hard? That's enough to upset these cars really easy. And you're going to come back out and go right back into another turn. You're going to dip right back down again. And that's something these guys are going to have to get used to. The further down the white line you go, the more you're going to want to, the car's going to dip. It really upsets these cars a lot. That transition right there. Averaging around 225 mile an hour. Hey, we got trouble already. Somebody just came in and pretty much died in the infield down there. I mean, he hit hard. Not sure who it is. It's going to be Tom Barish in the 55. And he is smoking, so he's still under power. He didn't blow his motor up. But that's going to cost him a fast repair right out of the chute. Still caution up. Yep, we're going to bring us out the caution. And Joey Hilcox is going to be bringing him down to ticket. All kinds of little stuff going on back there in the back. See if we can find out what's happened back here. Something brought this caution out other than him. And there it was. Ouchie. Now let's take a look. Have mercy. Quite a few of them right here. Don't know where it started at. I think it started right in this noise right here. Let's see. There it is. The 16 gets loose and tries to hang on to it, and he can't do it. Comes up, and, well, he kills the 8. You want to talk about a ride? Yeah, he took a hard hit right there. And these guys are trying to avoid it. You think you could avoid these things because they're so wide, the track, but you can't. I mean, it's gonna bring some cars. Oh, look at him dog track all the way around. He definitely all tore up. But when you hit here at this speedway, you know it. Theater Rats rooting for the boy. The number 75. 75. Let me find him here. There he is. All right, there he is. Staying out of trouble so far in the 15th position. Now, who all's going to come into the pits? Well, let's see. These guys that you're looking at right here, half of them have no front end. Those are the ones that have no choice. They've got to come in. Now, some of the guys back in the back, they'll come in and top off. Why not? They got nothing to lose. And then, of course, you got the guys here that's going to come right by, and they're going to choose not to pit. And that will be these cats right here. Everybody has a different plan on what they want to do. Now, remember, you get points for leading the most laps. Joey Hillcox. Don't know much about the guy. I know he's leading. I know he started 15th, and here he is. But you know what? The cool thing is, well, I can talk to him. How about you, Joey? It's Bobby in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I just was telling the people out here I don't know a whole lot about you, but you started 15th and you're leading the dadgum thing already. How's that car feel?
It's pretty good. Got some really good runs on some guys here, and got my teammates and my nephew back there pushing me, and a good friend of mine, Randy, back there pushing me. So I decided to stay out here, take a little gamble. Maybe there'll be another caution. We can stretch the fuel out to make it to stage 1 here.
Now, I got to ask you, watching it here, going into those turns, that looks like it's one nasty of a dip. Does that really upset your car when you hit that?
If you're tucked up under somebody, I feel like I get a little loose, but if I got a little bit of a gap there, it's not all that bad. Inside is definitely the most dangerous place to be honest with you. I like the outside.
Yeah, I can't blame you. It looks like that dip is pretty nasty when you're way down in that inside lane. But this place is wide enough. Like I told everybody out there in the broadcast, this place is about as wide as any one of those ladies' rear ends in that talk show, The View. But yeah, you guys still, you got to be careful because you guys at 230 mile an hour, you guys can still run each other over practically.
Yeah, I think by the end of this race, you're going to see us use every inch of this racetrack. Probably try to take it 5, 6 wide, getting into one of these corners.
Well, Joey, good luck. I'm going to let you go, get back to your boys, and well, we'll keep an eye on you and see how you do.
All right, thank you, sir.
Just remind me where in the heck I took you from so I can put you back where you belong.
Would be Hickox Racing.
That's it. So many names, so little time. All right, good luck, buddy.
Thanks, bud.
That's very important. You better get these guys back into their teams with their respectable teammates, because if you don't, oh man, talk about a bounty on the broadcaster's head. Not pretty, to say the least. Top 5 coming at you: Hillcox, Nami, Lynch, Duvendak, Miz. One caution so far. That's it. Not too awful bad. Some of these guys. Well, let's take a peek here real quick. The 14, he's going to be a lap down. That's Vicente Guerrero. And the 55, Mr. Tom Barish. Now, he might be working on his car, sitting right there, possibly working on it and getting it fixed and not using a fast repair. Now, that's a smart thing to do because this thing is so big, the track is. You got plenty of time to get your work done. So he's trying to save that all-important fast repair, and I don't blame him. Billy Bentley out there hollering out, let's go. Justin, Zach, Joey. And we are going to go back to green flag racing one more time, Noma Super Speedway League. It takes a little time to get these guys wound up to about that 225, 230 mile an hour range, but they will get there. Randy, I'm going to call him the Boom. Take a look at him. Got to tuck right back up underneath your leader right there at Hillcox. Now, you don't have to worry too much about these things overheating because there's enough room on the track. You can kind of peekaboo out a little bit to the left or the right, get some of that fresh air in there and cool that radiator down a little bit. That's not that big of a deal. That's what's nice about the iRacing Speedway, because it is extremely wide. We're talking Whoopi Goldberg wide, you know, but it's wide. Plenty of room, plenty of air for these guys. As you can see, these first 5 or 6 cars, they have hooked up. And they're doing exactly what they need to do. They got to try to keep these other lines behind them. Some of these guys, yep, I just thought so. We got a little trouble going on. It might be a little slick out there. I'm not sure. But you can see we got ourselves another caution. Try to figure out where this all took place at. It was somewhere right in here. And right there is where it was. That transition on the bottom, it's tough. Right around with Taylor here. Speed it back up. Watch him when he comes into the turn. See how he got way off? And when he got off, it threw him. And it threw the guy up in front of him. So he's fishtailing it around, and the 44 cannot get out from underneath him and drills him. And that's what's going to start that mess. But the bad news is that that's definitely going to end up being a fast repair, because he tore the back end of that thing all to pieces. Wilcox still leading the show. 11 laps out of 85. Might want to order a pizza. And as you can see, they are all going to come in now. And we can't blame them. Most of them, anyway. I do not know what the fuel range is. I didn't ask. But you can see some of these guys, they are definitely on their way in. Hillcox is going to bring him down. Now, he's led 7 laps so far out of the 12. So he's showing some muscle pretty early here. You can all see him come down now. Like I said, only one fast repair. That's all they're going to get. Those things are like gold. If you could sell them towards the end of the race, man, you could probably make some pretty good money. The number 75, William McKellar. He's going to be your leader. Now, he started 22nd, and here he is in first place. Now, I will tell you, the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the first 10 did not pit. And then everybody else behind them has pitted. Some of these guys has got their work cut out for them big time. Justin Bentley, he's only a lap down, so that's not too bad for him. Vincini Guerrero's 2 laps. Rhett Cadoti, he's 6 laps down. And there he is, all tore up. And he has not used his fast repair yet. And then Tom Barish, he is 1 lap down, getting some work done as well. There's your top 5. A lot of these guys, it's a new league. You got to get used to driving, running beside them, running with each other. I mean, it takes time, you know. But this track is so big and it is so fast. It looks like Daytona and Talladega on steroids. And it's a little different. The banking, there's not really a whole, I mean, the track is so wide, the banking doesn't look like it's really much. But that transition on that bottom right there, You get down below that yellow line, you're in trouble. As well as we know that for a fact because our buddy there, Little Titty Tater Tot Toller, showed us. Trying to find out where he is. He's all the way back here. And I haven't had a chance, and I'm going to chat with him real quick, if I'm able to. Itty bitty tater tot, Titty Toller.
What's happening?
What happened? I saw you got down on that yellow, and it just kind of like threw you.
So I was trying to watch the 99 because out of the right side of my windshield, I saw him try to come down and try to fill that hole. And I was trying to watch him and watch a dude in front of me too, and I ended up following the guys down in front of me and ended up sliding back up the track. Man, this is one of those tracks where you just gotta really pay attention to not only the people around you, but the people, the track itself. So it's one of them things.
It's something. I mean, you're averaging about 225 mile an hour, which is 25, 30 mile an hour or more faster than any other track. Things happen. So I'll let you go. Green flag. We're gonna watch you.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
All right. Never a dull moment with him, I'll tell you that. Back to green flag racing, 14 laps out of 85 in the book, the Noma Super Speedway boys. All the way up to the front. William McKiller in the 75. And he's being shoved by Mr. Makara. Get these guys, they figure out who they want to work well together with. And man, they're like glue. They will stick to each other's bumper. Now, Makara is absolutely no stranger whatsoever to super speedway racing. He's probably won more speedway races than I've got socks in my drawer. Definitely no stranger. Duvendak, the exact same thing. No stranger whatsoever in the 99 machine. Mark Vega, another one, in the 18. And these guys, they just sit and they feel each other out is all they're doing. We got a long way to go. Whoa, trouble right there. We caught that right off the get-go. What camera work, huh? But that's gonna bring out a big one. The 75 is up and over, and yeah, that was a rough ride for him right there. You know what? I might have to give him a Dude Wipes award. Yep, right there it is. That was a rough one. The Dude Wipes, where you have as many skid marks in the shorts as you do on your racetrack. Let's go back and try to figure this one out. Take it nice and slow right here. Get a little better look. Let's see. Does a 75 come down or does a 26 come up? As you can see, here he comes. The 26 is coming up, and they just caught him. And, of course, the 18, nowhere to go whatsoever, along with the 62. Well, and that's got a lot of damaged vehicles back here. Now, I will tell you, some of these guys back here in the back, if I can, for instance, watch them trying to miss. Even though the track is really wide, it doesn't matter. You can't get away from them. They're like pinballs. They're bouncing off each other like crazy. And that's going to take out a lot of guys. Man, take a look right there. I don't know who that is going around back and forth in the air. That's messed up, whoever it was. A lot of damage out here to these cars. It's gonna leave a mark. And as you can see, some of these cats, they are definitely coming in because they need some work done. Now, who's a happy camper because the caution came out? I'll tell you who is. That number 16 is. Watch him. He's going to go by and get his lap back and be right back on that lead lap. So he is definitely going to be the happy camper of that one. Justin said, thank you very much, boys. I certainly appreciate it. I'll see you on the flip side when I get back around to you. So he has got back on the lead lap. Clay Cantrell started fourth. He's been up here battling pretty much this whole entire afternoon. All 17 laps. Mr. Duvendak is going to be second. Sean Makara is third. Matt Hummel's fourth. Fifth, Casey Gilchrist. Randy, the boom man. It's boom time. He's sixth. Zachary is seventh. John Lynch, eighth. Ninth, Anthony English. He's kind of quiet tonight. I haven't heard much from him whatsoever. Anthony is another veteran that can get around this place pretty darn good, too. Setting in that ninth spot, started 13th, and Tommy Cook is going to round out your top 10. But since this thing is so long and I got all the time in the world and I'm bored, let's just go through all these guys. There's Jay Stenson in the number 9. He's currently in the 24th position, but that's all going to change here when they cross that line. Mr. Garrett Velzy in the 38 machine, he is 13th. And it looks like he's got a pretty clean ride, too. Take a look. Yep, he is nice and clean. Nothing wrong with that puppy at all. There's Tommy Cook. BK Anderson. In the MaxSpeedTV ride. One of my drivers. He's pretty clean. Cody Nagels is another one. These guys said they were going to probably stay back in the back. And I kind of don't blame them. Lights out on that pace truck. We're going to get ready to go green flag and A-can. Real quick summary for your race in case you guys want to know for the inquiring minds. Caution. We've had 3 of them. 5 lead changes. 18 out of 85 laps. Honey, order a pizza. This is going to take a while. Like I said, it doesn't matter how wide the track is. At these speeds, it's easy to run over somebody. Hopefully the guys will settle down and get into a nice little groove. And that's something, Billy. You step away for just a second and boom, a big wreck. I feel you, buddy. But the good news is, Justin got his lap back. So he is on the lead lap, and right there he is. Currently in the 24th position. And away we go. Back to the green flag one more time. NOMA Super Speedway League and the iRacing Super Speedway. Side by side, coming around nice and tucked up with each other. Watch that 93 of Matt Hummel try his best to try to push Mr. Duvendak out front. Now, there's a spot down in the bottom. You guys hear me tell it when I broadcast all the time. It's called the rocking chair, and that's exactly where the 99 just dropped down at. That first car on the inside, you are supposed to be as safe as in your mama's arms, sitting in that spot. Most of the time it is true you are, but that's what everybody's trying to do. They're trying to get that first car in that inside line. You can see him starting to fan out right now, 3 wide easily. Look for a minute. John there in the 33 had to chase it up the track a little bit. He's gathered it back down and got back in line. Makara now being shoved by that 93. Man, Hummel's just pushing everybody. Three wide up front. doing a little bit of changing. Look at Anthony English going down way below that yellow line where it's really rough down there. And he's got to pull right out of that too, and he does. He's going to come back up on the track, and hopefully he doesn't wreck. We got ourselves the cautions. Somebody obviously did. Or better yet, I'll take that back. They didn't wreck. This is one of the stages. So you not only contend with the cautions, but you also got to contend with stages. So just as they got going and got started, our first stage is going to come up. And your leader will be Matt Hummel in the 93. No different than anything else in NASCAR, stage points. That's what these guys are trying to go for. End of the season, it all adds up. Trying to be that champion. Welcome everybody out there on YouTube. Nice to see you guys. 7 people hit the like button, 27 watching. Appreciate the ones that hit the like button. Just kind of curious. I live in Ohio. I'm going to get 18 to 24 inches of snow here in the next couple of days, they said. Anybody else kind of in that same storm path? Or are they going to see a little bit of that white stuff as well? And by the way, for the ones that are in Florida, talking about being down in the 20s and 30s, I do not feel sorry for you one single bit. I'm joking. Yeah, it's gotten really cold. I think they even have iguanas falling out of the trees. It's so cold. So, but yeah, I'm just kind of curious if there anybody else is getting predicted a boatload of snow here coming up in the next few days. And all I gotta say is you better be getting your bread and milk while you can. Just like here, everybody's gonna come in and they're gonna get fuel and tires. Let's see what it's like going into a pit stop riding with Duvendak. You want to talk about a herd of turtles now? That is slow. Speed limit 65 down that bad boy. Feels like you're going backwards. He'll come in, he'll get fuel, and he'll get his tires, and he'll be on his little merry way. And you can still see some of these cars have quite a bit of damage. A lot of these guys are doing their best not to use that fast repair. I mean, they are babying and doctoring and coming in and getting worked on every chance they can. Some of these cats have had to use their fast repair already. Coming up, leading the show right now, Richard Gray. Oh, there he is. He started 33rd. Time they come all the way back around to the flag stand, he will be leading these boys. John Lynch in the 33 machine. Levi Wilson in at number 5. He started 17th. Working his way up. I'm showing he's going to be 3rd here. Once they finally get all the way around to the timing. Some of the guys who's up front, sitting in the back. Mark Vega is one of them in the 18. You see the little bit of damage he's got on the back of that bad boy. I do believe Mr. Shane, yep. Take a look at the damage Shane's got there on that right rear quarter or that right rear bumper. That will be really hard to push. But again, these guys are trying to save their fast repair. Oh yeah, Kevin. I'll probably be either sitting at the fire station for 48 hours or I'll be behind a snowplow. So I feel you, my friend. Hopefully everybody will be safe during a wonderful snowstorm. We can get through this. As long as we don't get the ice and lose power. That's the number one thing for a fireman paramedic you worry about. "24 out of 85 laps. It seems like we're going backwards. It's like a herd of turtles." Hopefully we can get into a groove here and get some laps wind down a little bit. If not, we're going to have kind of a late night tonight. But hey, what else is there to do on a Monday night, right? On the bottom, Richard Gray is going to be leading them off. Up top, it's going to be John Lynch in the number 33. He will be leading the top guys. Green flag, here we go, riding on a roof. Mr. Duvendak. You can see some of these guys gets a really good jump, and some of them don't get a good jump going through the gears. You got to be careful because you'll run somebody over. Anthony English, he's got that puppy tucked right up underneath that car. Gave him a nice little push. But that top line seemed to be pretty quick right now because both of those guys dropped right down to that bottom line like it was nothing. So Lynch is going to be leading them around right now on the bottom. And he's got the 195 in tow with him. Well, a little bump and run right there. The 20 and the 71 get into it and give themselves a little kiss. I'm sure that woke them up pretty quickly. You see these guys, man, they go into that turn at 230 mile an hour or whatever. They don't kind of anticipate it, and they just shoot right up the track. And that's when all the trouble begins. Well, they are scooting now. There's the 14 coming out of nowhere. And he is working. He's 2 laps down. That's Vicente Guerrero right there, one of the drivers of the MaxSpeedTV. Trying to get his lap back the hard way, trying to race it back. Whoa, they kind of touched each other. Anthony English did. Somebody actually saw the front end of his car pop up into the air. Take a look and make sure that he's... Nah, he's okay. I saw that front end pop up there. Boy, it's easy to run somebody over out here. So far, so good. They're actually playing nicely. Kind of settled down just a little bit, I hope. Well, the 33 is loose. And he's going to lose it, too. Still trying to hang on to it. Fighting that wheel like he's fighting a fire, man. And look at him. He has gathered that thing up, but I'm going to tell you what. I'll guarantee you that he has got some skid marks in his shorts. I don't know how he hung on to that thing. That was absolutely nuts. Now that's what you call standing on it, getting up on that wheel and driving it. He should have lost that thing a dozen times. What a heck of a job driving. He saves it and then screws himself and loses the draft. The number 4 is Zachary Roethlisberger, the Gravedigger. Right in that middle right there. Now he drops it down. He's going to be leading him around. Now he's a happy camper right in Mama's rocking chair. And he's got that 71 in tow. Makara. Now they're going to split it and go 3 wide. When you lose a drafting partner, you're, well, there. We got a little touching going on right there, and the 71 paid the price for it, too. That is going to bring out a caution and probably a few tempers to go with it. Go back and see this one real quick. There it was. The 62, I don't know. He just kind of... You know, you're traveling these really fast speeds. There's no doubt about it. I get it. And Travis got a little touch, a little push right there. But here he comes, and he's going to travel right on up. And he's going to nail the 4. And, of course, the 71, bystander, minding his own business. He's the one that's going to get drilled. And that's going to leave a mark riding around with him right here on the bottom, trying to stay out of it. And you can see him heading right up to the wall. And he is going to get beat up by everybody. That car is tore all to pieces. Now, the good news is he has not had to use a fast repair until now. So hopefully he's going to be able to bring that bad boy back around, which he does. All right, caution's out. 32 laps out of 85 in the book. We might be celebrating somebody's birthday before this is over out there. Let me know. We'll wish you a happy birthday. Right there's your top 5. And I do believe that is going to put Sean down. There he is, getting some work done on that bad boy. And you can see he's not used his fast repair. This track is so big, they actually have plenty of time to work on him, which is a very smart thing to do. Otherwise, these cats would be out probably like really early. But he is trying to get some work done to that. He's got her shut off, and he's sitting there and he's waiting. And here comes the leader. He's going to bring them all in. Probably get topped off, if I was guessing. You can all see him come in now. Noma Super Speedway League. Check these guys out if you guys are watching. You want to hop in and you want to get into the league and have a little bit of fun. These guys are a lot of fun. They really are. But I got to be the first one to tell you, not a huge fan of the iRacing Super Speedway. It's tough. Well, let's see. We've only lost 1, 2. 2 guys are out. That's it. Everybody else is still in this bad boy. Vincente Guerrero, there he is in the 14. He's going to be a happy camper because he got one of his laps back, so he's only 1 lap down. Christopher's going to be 1 lap down. Richard Gray is only 1 lap down. Sean Makara, the one that got tore all to pieces here in that last caution, he's now 2 laps down. Here comes Tommy Cook. He's going to be shown 5 laps. Rhett Cadodia 7, and Tom Barish, I believe, he's 15 laps down. So he's got his work cut out for him. Stranger things have happened, especially here at this place. Zachary, Bobby the Booth, you got a copy?
Yes, sir. How we doing?
They're doing good. You got that bad boy out front with these guys. 34 laps underneath your belt. Kind of racy, kind of dicey out there a little bit, isn't it?
Oh yeah. That bump into both turn 1 and 3 is crazy. How low you go, and then the runs are so crazy. There's no restrictor plates in these cars on the straightaway, so you got to kind of sort it out of who's going 3 and 4 wide, and who's going to ensue in all the mayhem. So it's pretty crazy. We're just trying to keep the wheels on it at this point.
Well, you're actually doing a pretty darn good job of it. I'm taking a look at you. The car is really nice and clean. You've not had to use the fast repairs. So, well, good luck. And we're going to watch you. And, well, keep the fenders on that bad boy, will you?
Absolutely, brother. Appreciate it.
All right, bye. That turn, the turn 1 and 2, I'm telling you, that bump, it may not look like it's that big of a deal. But when you're behind, when you're driving, and you got your rig set up, and you got your force feedback and everything, I'm telling you, it's a jolt. Some anticipate it and some don't, and it doesn't matter if you do anticipate it, you still got to react, and it'll still spin you around. I mean, it'll get you loose and knock you right off your line, that's for sure. Here we go, Noma top 5, looking right at you. Your big race summary, 5 cautions, 13 lead changes. Now, we're coming up on lap 40. That's going to be another stage caution. So just as these cats get fired off again, we're going to have another caution. Back to green flag. Here we go. Got his lap back, and here he comes. You could hear him get out of that throttle right there. He had to. He was going to run over the 88 of Cantrell. It's just not pedal to the floor and go. You really got to be on your toes here at this place. I mean, to give you an idea, I mean, this is pretty fast stuff. It truly is. And you've got them running around like fireflies, changing different lanes all over the place. Darting out in front of you. Some have damage you're going to run up on really quick. You see that dip right there? Yeah, that'll wake you up. And we got trouble right there, and he has nowhere to go but right into it. The 16 is tore all 2 pieces. That will be a fast repair for him. You got somebody spinning around up there on their top. I think that's the 88 of Cantrell. And it is. So let's go back and take a peek here. See where all this mess started. Slow her down. I'll get rid of that and stick this up here somewhere. There, and we can see it right there. That's where it started. Mr. Anthony English and the 93 get into it, and of course the number 4, and well, the 88 pays the piper. I'll tell you what, the 4 just about went up and over the catch fence. He is still hanging in the air. That's impressive. We're going to have to ride with him. No doubt about it. Let me find him. We're going to ride with him. Why? Well, because I got a lot of time. See it happening in front of me. He tries to dodge it and get out of the way. And there he goes. All the way up onto the catch fence. Pretty as you please. And I do believe he might be stuck there. Now, see, now that kind of sucks. If he can come off of it, he's going to be all right. And he's trying his heart out. But if he can, he's going to have to be on a hook. And they're going to have to tow him all the way back around. And he will go at least 1 to 2 laps down. Now, if you got a teammate, you drive all the way around and hit him and knock him off that wall. But, yeah. He's screwed. Alrighty. Duvendak is going to be the leader right now. And there he sits. He started 9th. Now, I have to say this, and I gotta find it. I'm looking. And there it is. Look at that, would you? I live in Ohio. The closest Waffle House to me is about 35 miles away. If I could have a Waffle House credit card, I would own 2 of them. I absolutely love a waffle from the Waffle House. I just had to give them their perks right here. I had to do it. Got a little bit of damage on the back of that bad boy. He's not had to use, or he has had to use his fast repair, so he's got to keep the fenders on that bad boy to the end of this thing. So you southern people out there that live by a Waffle House, you're freaking lucky. I'm just saying. Hug your two tooth or 3 teeth waitress at Waffle House today, will you? Because I don't have one to hug. Duvendak's going to be leading them around. Yes, Kevin, this is definitely a long one. Oh, yeah. Let's see. You're looking probably at about 11:30, if I'm going to guess. Somewhere around that area. Oh, boy. BK Anderson up into that 2nd position. I told those guys to be very careful. My face I can't afford any more wrinkles on my face. So, looks like he has kept the fenders on the thing. No problems there. BK is going to be in that 2nd spot. He's going to be up top leading those boys around. Now, the good news is, well, he's got some help. Back here in that 6th position, he's got a teammate. And I'm sure Cody is probably going to get to him as quick as he can. But you know how the strategies are. When do you make a move? When do you stay up front? Is it better to be up front than in the back? You know, it's just... I don't care what anybody says. Super Speedways, to me, is 50% luck. And I think it's why everybody likes him so much, because really they all have about the same fair chance, to win. A few more guys is out of the race. We've only got a total of actually 3 that's out right now, so that's not too bad. Still guys are hanging in there. Super Speedway Kings, or I'm sorry, NOMA Super Speedway iRacing League. Right now, they are the kings tonight. This is a big track to try to tame. Huge. 39 laps out of 85 in the books. Oh boy. I still might have to consider putting have the wife put a pizza in the oven. Green flag, here we go. And right away, the 26 Gilchrist is doing some serious pushing. And right away, I don't know if you noticed or not, I told you that Nagels was going to work his way up to try to get up there to his partner, and here he is. He's only 1 car separating him. So it is great to have teammates together. Duvendak on the bottom, and he is hugging it and keeping it right there. Lynch right back up in the middle here. You can see him going down below that yellow line. It's a scary thing when you do that because you will get loose. Oh, hey, guess what? Stage caution, lap 40. Just as they get started, the stage comes out. Kevin, you live 1 mile from the Waffle House. I am so freaking jealous. Duvendak's gonna get him some points for leading in the stage. Another Ohio veteran, Ohio driver too. He lives right here about, I don't know, probably an hour and a half, 2 hours away from me maybe. So he's gonna get his butt knee deep into snow here in a couple of days along with me. Mr. BK Anderson is going to be right there behind him. The 62, Travis Hughes, he's having a pretty good run. He started 24th. He's in third. Randy Boom Boom Bonami, I think. He's fifth. He's been doing some pushing here as well. And I do think these cats are, most of them should be coming in here. And I do believe they are. Let's take a look here. Yep, here they come. Oh my goodness, 28 inches in Indiana? Oh Lord. I thought my 20 to 24 was going to be bad. I have a cousin who lives in Indianapolis, and he's saying right around 20 inches there for him, so. Somebody really ticked off Mother Nature, and I don't know who it was, but I think we need to put them out in the street and stone them. Joey Hillcox, he's going to stay out. He's not coming in. And he's the only one that stayed out. Everybody else is in. So he's got to roll the dice. Oh, for the love of Pete, halfway. Somebody light out the fireworks. We're not doing too bad. I think we're going to have a pretty good long run here coming up. But it is going to be Mr. Hillcox leading the way. Lynch is second. Anthony English third. Fourth, Robert Duvendak. BK Anderson, there he is. He's fifth. Casey Gilchrist is sixth. Seventh, William McKellar. Eighth, Travis Hughes. Ninth, Cody Nagels. And 10th, Randy Boom Boom Bonami. Jim Butcher is going to be 11th. Garrett Velzy is 12th. Shane Ward 13th. Little bitty titty Taylor Tot Toller. Say that fast 3 times, will you? He is currently in the 14th spot. Makara is going to be 15th. Joshua Gathright is 16th. 17th, Levi Wilson. And Niz is 18th. Matt Hummel's 19th. 20th. Vincente Guerrero, Mark Vega all the way back to 21st. Jay Stenson 22nd. Clay Cantrell 23rd, 24th, Justin Bentley. Christopher 25th, Zachary Roethlisberger 26th, Tommy Cook 27th, 28th, Matthew Williamson, Richard Gray 29th, Rhett Cadoti 30th, and Tom Barrich 32nd. Another summary. Cautions. 16 lead changes. And that's correct. You got a stage win, and that's a good thing. Every little point really does count, especially when you get down towards the end of the season. I mean, one lousy point, one lap that you didn't lead that you should have led or could have led, that's enough to take you out. A game of patience. Some have it, some don't. Lynch in the bottom, English up top. Your pushers, BK Anderson and Mr. Duvendak. Appreciate everybody hanging out tonight on a Monday night watching it. I'm sure in a while y'all gonna be in the bed. But we still gonna be racing because we still got plenty left to go here. English up top. And he's got BK Anderson doing some pushing right with him. Duvendak on the bottom's doing some pushing as well. The pusher's job to keep that car up front and not let nobody in the other pack, the other line, drop down in front of them. Tell you what, no matter how much you plan and hang on to that wheel, that little dip, man, that'll actually scare the crap out of you. Running with Travis in the 62. He is third right now. See how it upsets that car when you drop down there? And everybody else behind you is going to feel that same thing. BK Anderson's got that front end buried right there on the bumper of the 44 of Anthony English. Right now, that's his best friend. Whoa, trouble right there in the back. That's going to bring out a caution. And there's going to be quite a few cars tore up into that one. There's going to be some unhappy campers. Kind of see where this started if I can. And right there it was. Looks to me like I'm going to assume the 62 got loose, hit that transition, you know, that dip. I'm telling you, that thing just flat out sucks. Let's watch and see though. Right in there. Watch the 62 on the dip right here. See it? See how it just got him a little bit loose? He's trying to gather it up and he can't. And of course he's going to run the 26 right up into the wall. There's the 71 again. That poor guy's got the worst luck. That's John McCara. I'm sure he's probably going to be out. But that's going to take a few guys out of it for sure. But I'm telling you, that little transition right there is enough to ruin your day. Let's see. Mr. English, Bobby the booth, you got a copy.
Hey, what's up, Bobby?
I gotta tell you, I think that little transition going into the turns, I think that's surprising a lot of these guys out here. How it's upsetting the back end of their car.
Oh my, yeah, you see that too? I think too many people are trying to shortcut the corner. You got to roll it in a little bit, like a lane off the bottom when you roll in, or it just makes it too tough sometimes.
But yeah,
Hey,
it's you know it's bit everybody in the butt at least once. I can tell you that.
I mean, it's a learning experience. You either learn how to do it or you don't, and you end up trash. It's just one of them deals, yo.
Exactly. Well, you've had to use your fast repair already. Thank God we're halfway. I'm about ready to order a pizza.
Yeah, it's been a long race. I mean, I got kind of lucky earlier. Got a third in the first stage and seventh in the second stage. But right before that second stage, just I couldn't miss what happened. I mean, somebody, like you said earlier, they touched that apron, come up, and just pretty much we all just died. And
Oh yeah,
So-
I mean it's just it's super speedway racing, you know. I mean you got to be there at the end to win it. You got to be in it. So, but
Oh,
you're
you
doing
do
a
too.
good job. You're doing a good job. Keep that
I know you-
puppy up front.
I didn't even want to be there. Like I told the guys, I'm gonna lead a lap and get out of here. And then BK just kept following me and pushing me on the bottom, so I just ended up staying there. And the caution came up anyways. But yeah, I'm gonna try to be taking it easy to get to the end, so I can do something at the end.
Yeah, I mean there's a lot of guys that's been taken out already here, and a lot of them's already used their fast repairs. I'm looking at, so I don't know. I guess trying to avoid everything to be there at the end. I guess that's the name of the game here at the super speedway.
Yeah, it definitely looks like it's gonna be an attrition race. I mean, I just hope it cleans up a little bit. Maybe we get a green flag this time by the end. That'd be great.
But yeah, it probably would pretty good. Otherwise, I'm gonna go get 3 hours of sleep and get up and go to work, along with the rest of you guys. I'm pretty sure I can't. Even though I'm the boss, I'm pretty sure I can't tell the wife. Well, I can't come in because iRacing, it was held. It held over longer than I thought. That ain't
Yeah,
gonna-
usually
it's not gonna
frowned upon,
fly, is it?
No, not usually, man.
All right. Good luck. We'll be watching you, buddy.
Thanks, Bobby, man.
All
Glad
right.
you're feeling better, bud.
Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. Yeah, all these guys have been really good, man. Getting well wishes. You guys know the sinus infection and COVID hit me both at the same time, and I'm gonna tell you what, it pretty much knocked me in the dirt. I don't know how many different antibiotics and steroids I had to take. Spent a couple days in the hospital, and oh my gosh. But I spit on it. I'm back. My wife says I'm too mean and too ornery, so I guess that's a good thing. Well, let's see what we got going here. Top 5 now. Lynch, Boom Boom Bonami, Nagels, Hickox, and Anderson. $50 laps out of 85. Can you smell it? We're getting closer. Nancy says, come on, 33. Let's go. Unhook the plow. Let's do this. Well, I got to be honest with you, Nancy. John's been hanging out here just about all evening long in about the top 3, top 4. I mean, he's been doing some serious battling. He's definitely been showing his muscles. But he's going to be on the top. On the bottom is going to be Randy. Unami, I believe. Or as I like to call him, Boom Boom. Joey Hickox in the 31. He's been battling it just as well. As we get ready to fire it back up, 50 laps completed out of 85. Noma Super Speedway League, Bobby of all the hobbies, MaxSpeedTV, bringing it at you. And somebody has missed a shift. And when you miss a shift, bad things happen. And boy, do I mean bad things happen. Alrighty. I can hear the cuss words through iRacing, through my headset. I'm not lying. Let me see if I can remotely try to figure out what happened. I do believe somebody missed a shift on this. I'm almost positive they missed a shift. Let's rewind this and take a look. Well, it didn't have. There it was. Let's back it up. I think. Some of these guys may have left already. Let me see. Here we go. Let's take a look right here. See if he missed his shift. Yep, he did. Boom. He blew it up. That's exactly what happened. See, when you're changing gears in these things, you gotta watch it because you can go and skip a gear like he did. You see the smoke right there. He missed the gear and he blew the thing up, and that's when Cody Nagels and everybody else nowhere to go. They just pretty much ran him over. But that's what happens when you miss your shift. It's embarrassing and it flat out sucks and it makes you extremely mad. Not to mention everybody else. Wow, 14. He took a nice little shot right there. But unfortunately, that's what happens. So we're going to line them back up and do it again. Nancy, you're in trouble. Because you got a son and a grandson out here running. So yeah, you got yourself a little pickle. Who in the world, who are you gonna root for? More than likely, I don't know. It'd be pretty cool to see the grandson whoop dad, though. You have to admit. That would be kind of fun. A nice little supper table event to talk about, anyway. Well, we're going to line him up and do it again. Unfortunately, though, he did miss his shift, and he blew that puppy up, and that's what caused that. Now, I got to be honest with you. Cody, I'm going to have to try to talk to him. I don't know how he kept from not running him over. Cody, Bobby the Booth, you got a copy?
I do.
I have to ask you, how in the world did you not run him over when he missed his shift and blew up?
Bobby, the way my luck has went the last month, I am absolutely floored that I did not hit him. This race is actually, for being a caution fest, I'm clean right now and I still have a fast.
I don't know how you did not run him over. I really don't. I mean, you and I don't know who was behind you.
I think BK.
It was BK. I don't know how you two did not run each other over, period.
Yeah. We've been communicating and just running extremely cautious. If I don't know if you had noticed, but we ran in the back the first two stages essentially and got a couple stage points in both. But we haven't even really started racing yet. So if we could keep the faster pair at hand, fingers crossed, maybe we have a shot. Who knows? With what's going on in this race, until I cross the start-finish line, I'm not getting my hopes up.
Look, all I know is my stomach is growling, and I'm hungry.
I'm hungry, but it's not for food. I'm hungry to get in victory lane.
Well, you know what? You've yet to win a super speedway race that's been broadcasted by me.
I know, man. It's about time, ain't it?
You're due. You're up there, you're looking good, you're running good, and you've got a clean car, and you got a fast repair underneath your belt, and you got a teammate sitting right up there in front, or right there beside you. So good luck, I'll let you go, and, well, make me proud. All right. Oh, fun times. Now, let me see here. What is this? We'll get their caution. Yep. 33. Joey is his uncle. Okay, got it. So uncle was in 33. That's going to be interesting. Still a lot of time. A lot of laps to go yet. Starting to wind the herd down just a little bit. It helps to have relation and teammates, that's for sure. As you can see, the two MaxSpeedTV guys are up here together. Caution's out on the pace truck. You get out of the way and we'll get ready to fire this thing off. And, well, let's see how far we can go before our next caution. Good Lord, the truck almost flipped right there. But here we go. We're going to fire it up again. NOMA Super Speedway League, MaxSpeedTV, Bobby with all the hobbies coming at you on a Monday night. Hope you're having a blast. Looks like everybody's went through the gears and they didn't miss anything. That's a good thing. And if I was going to be a betting man, I'm going to say that 31 is going to tuck right up underneath that 33, and he's going to ride right there with him. And you know what? I vaguely can remember that, Nancy. I think I was probably half in the weather then. I do vaguely remember that. And you want to talk about somebody that's probably fighting for their life right now? That's going to be that guy right up there in front. He's going to wisely get out of the way and let those boys go right around him. I guess the main thing is stay away from anybody when you go into that transition. Otherwise, you're going to get knocked out or taken out. That seems to be a real problem with these cars hitting at 230 mile an hour. Now they're going to fan out about 4 wide or more. Still got a long way to go yet. You got to stay in it to win it. You got to have the fenders on the thing. You watch some of these guys hang back into the back, and I can tell you right now, one of the veterans that's hanging back there watching this show is going to be the 99 of Duvendak. Whoa, the 33 got a little wiggly. He went down in that transition, that double yellow line. That puppy's like a two-headed snake. It'll bite you. He almost turned it. I'm pretty sure he probably just went, phew, thank goodness. You don't want to be anywhere near that yellow line. BK Anderson, he's going to be leading them around right now, and in tow, he's got Shane Ward right there with him. At 230 mile an hour. John Lynch is going to gather it back up again, get his thoughts back together, and here he comes again. They're like fireflies out there, like the Indy cars. Except they're a little bit heavier. Take a look at them, 3 and 4 wide. Duvendak slowly making his way, and if I'm not mistaken, he's got a little bit of damage on the back of that bad boy, but he has a fast repair underneath. He's not used it yet. That's a good thing. He's got Anthony English right there in tow with him. Everybody's down on the bottom riding around. They start to fan back out in the straightaway. The 93, he's been like a pinball here. Matt Hummel, he's had it rough. And here he is fighting back. He's already in the 7th spot. Anderson still leading them around, staying right there on that bottom. He says, you want it? You're going to have to move me. I ain't moving. Lap traffic right up ahead of him. If they were smart, they will get out of the way. And they are going to go way up on that top side and stay right out of the way. We got one that's blown up going into the pits. BK still hanging down on that bottom. His best friend right now, Shane Ward in the 39. Haven't heard much from him. He's been quiet all night, Jason Miz. And right there he is, shoving that 195 all the way up into the front and dropping him into the rocket chair in front of BK Anderson. Like I said, Miz has been quiet all night long in that 24 Coca-Cola machine. But here he is, 62 out of 85 laps in the books, and he is battling. That transition, I'm telling you, that does jar these cars. I think they're getting used to it now after about 50, 60 some laps. The number 4. Trying to get his laps back the hard way, and he did get him all the way back, and there he sits. He's still going to be one lap down. And he's trying to get it back the hard way, race it back. But he's next in line to get the lap back to be back on that lead lap again. And he's probably the only one right now crying for a caution. Begging for one, I should say. We thinned down the herd due to the incidents. But they are still getting awful racy. Now we got ourselves a caution. And I'm thinking, well, it's not him. Who was it? I don't know. I'm going to have to figure this one out. I'm not seeing it in my telemetry. What happened? Oh, there it is. I found it. Somebody was spinning around with no front end. Just don't know exactly who it was. Doggone it. So many cars, so little time. Try to figure out where it was at. I'm not kidding. I swear. There, that 33, boy, I tell you what. He is absolutely tearing up that yellow line. Gotta be scaring him to death. But one of these guys, somebody ended up turning it. I don't know who or where. Let me see if it's right in here somewhere. But whoever it was, they got turned. I swear I seen a car turn. So anyway, that's brought the caution out. But they're going to line them back up. And they are going to come in. And right now, the happy camper is going to be that number 4. And there he is. He is waiting patiently to get his lap back. And he is so going to be happy. BK Anderson's bringing all these cats in. And you can see them all coming down. This should be the last pit stop. That's right, folks. 20 laps to go. Believe it or not. Let's see where we're at. 10:37. It's going to be close. It's a long night. These guys are toughing it out, and they're hanging in there, hanging in strong. Alrighty, Jim Butcher, there he is in the 86. Doesn't have a whole lot of a rear end left on that car, but it's enough to keep him going. Might be a little scary to try to push him, I don't know. Take a look at that thing. He's still got a bit of a bumper on there, we can push him. Matt Hummel, the human pinball tonight's race. There he is. He's second. There's the 33. Mr. Lynch, the guy that scares the absolute daylights out of me because he comes flying off that double yellow line, and that guy has saved that car more times than I can count. Maybe he's bored. I don't know. Man, oh man. Make you nervous. Some of the guys are coming in here in the back. They got nothing to lose. Why not? Now, this is going to be interesting. He already dove it way down off to the bottom here, I think. Yeah, he did. I'll say these guys that have no front end, that's going to make things a little tough. Some of these guys in trying to get fixed up yet. Still working at it. Levi Wilson, he looks like he's been in a demolition derby. He is tore up. Not to mention the cap behind him. And I do believe that might be the number. That's Mr. Wilson right there, yep. And the 08's tore up just as well. Nancy says the 33 is a 16-year-old daredevil. Well, I guess that explains why that he pretty much, I think he's more sideways on this track than he is straight. That yellow line don't scare him one single bit. He says, bring it. And I'm going to tell you right now, out of all these cats that I'm watching, I don't know. If I was a betting man, I think I'd be really concerned about that 33. He's been on a tear all night, and he's right here. He's like the hemorrhoid that won't go away. I mean, he is in the back. He's back up front. He gets knocked in the back. He comes right back up front again. And here we go, green flagging. That 33 might be the guy that you're going to have to deal with, I'm afraid. Duvendax starting to work his way up a little bit as well. A little titty tater tot toller right there behind him in the Home Depot machine. $17 to go at the line. And right now, that 33, Mr. John Lynch, is showing some muscles. He ain't waiting for nobody to hook up to him and push him. He's going. These guys up there on that top line, they are going to hook up, and they're probably going to end up passing him. And they do. John settles right into that fourth spot. Shane Ward in the 39. He's being pushed all the way up. He's into the rocket chair right now, and he's got that 24, Mr. Miz, right there on his bumper. Duvendak slides up into the 3rd spot. Duvendak, I know what he's doing. He's just sitting there sizing them up. Just waiting. He has got some serious patience. Still makes me nervous being around any car, especially in that transition right there. Riding around on the top with Duvendak. You see that kind of run that he gets up on him, and he's got to back out of it? Joey Hillcox, another one who's been up here all evening long battling. Patience is here for now. 15 to go. When does the patience get thrown out the window? This is when it starts to get a little bit nail-biting, a little nerve-wracking. John, look at the 3 cars right there on the bottom. Look how they're tucked in. Miz backs off a little bit. He might have got a little warm. Miz takes it up to the outside. He's right now in the middle. And here comes that 39. If the bottom stays single file for a while, they can take that top line right out of contention. Miz, back up on that top. Here comes that 93, Hummel, the pinball. Hillcox liking what he sees in his rearview mirror. It's because he's got John Lynch right there in tow, right with him. The 39 is right there with the 33. You get a couple, 2, 3 cars that work together and stay together, it's gonna make it real difficult for people to pass them. Trying to back up on the outside again. Duvengat is gonna trump into the middle. As the laps wind down, so does the patience button. The clock just keeps on ticking. Right now, Hickox and Hummel doing a great job working together on the bottom. Miz still trying to get something going up top there with that 93 of Matt Hummel. Loving to go this time by. Wow, big push down on the bottom. Miz drops down. He's in that 3rd spot, but that was a big push on that bottom. As you can see, the bottom right there is actually moving forward. Duvendak stuck up there on the top, looking for a little bit of help. But I'm telling you, if those 3 cars on the bottom stay together nose to tail like that, they're going to make it really hard for that top line to catch them. Duvendak ever so slowly creeping up on him. Trying to do a little side drafting if he can. And here they come, the 93 right there doing some shoving. Hummel doing a great job pushing him too. I mean, he's literally in his trunk. Now he leaves him, goes down to the bottom. That's gonna stall Duvendak out. Take a nice wide look at these guys coming around through here. Right now, single file, and boy, that's exactly what Hillcox wants to see. Or Hickox, I'm sorry. That's what he wants to see. He wants to see that single file. If you're behind me, I got your energy. And here they come. They are gonna have to come in and top off, it looks like, guys. That's exactly what it is. They are gonna have to top off. The question is who's gonna actually make it on the fuel? Now that's interesting. I thought for sure they'd have enough to go all the way, but apparently they do not. And that's going to put MaxSpeedTV, Nagels, and Anderson. Now they are in the lead. Do they have enough to go all the way? I knew some of these guys, they were off on their pits. And I do believe somebody might have turned sideways in the infield there. It should not bring out a caution. Trying to get caught back up with these guys. Whoa, take a look at that. They're all diving in right now. Coming in to get some more fuel right here. These guys are. Now, who has not been in yet? Nagels, Anderson, and Hummel. These 3 cats right here are the only 3 that have not been into the pits yet. Are they going to roll the dice? Are they going to try to save and conserve a little bit? Or are they going to have to come in this time? And here they come, too. So when they come in, right there is going to be your leader. And that is Mr. Duvendak trying to come back around and pick up speed. And Anthony English is going to be in second. The 39 is Shane Ward third. Mark Vega. We got to wait for these guys to come all the way back around here before our timing catches back up. So this is kind of crazy. I thought they might have had it up to go all the way, but apparently they were at least 5 laps short. So now you can see them coming. And they're gonna catch Duvendak right here. I can assure you of that. He's by himself. He's a sitting duck. And here they come behind him. The 24 of Miz Here comes the 33 right there with him. Now, it's 4 to go. They're gonna be. Right there, Nagels and BK Anderson. That's 1 and 2. And here comes the small little train right behind them on that outside. So they're all gonna bunch right back up together again. Now the good news is Nagels is gonna be able to feed off that number 4 car a little bit. But he better be careful because Miz is right there on his butt. And he's gonna go right around him on that top side. All the way down from the top, all the way down to the bottom goes Miz and that 33 of John Lynch. Pretty evasive maneuver right there. The kid ain't afraid to drive it, I'll tell you that. I picked him 20 laps ago. I said you better watch out for him. He's gonna be a contender. And right there he is, hanging on that bottom. And as a matter of fact, he's gonna go right up into the middle right now. Supporting the cross on the front end of that hood. And he's gonna take the lead. He's gonna drop it down into the bottom exactly like a veteran would do. And he's gonna hold it right there. MaxSpeedTV guys up on that top line trying to get something together up there. Right now, his best friend's a 24, Mr. Miz. And here's where it's gonna get ugly. Can the 33, can Lynch do it? Can he keep Miz? Right now, Miz is his best friend. So he's probably driving out of that rearview mirror as much as he is out of that windshield. Well, trouble right off the get-go. Somebody went flying right up into the wall. And I mean, they went flying, and that is gonna bring out a caution for the love of Pete. So we're gonna add another 10 minutes onto this. Not quite sure what happened. Somewhere in this area here. There it was. Let's run it back. Of course, I'm gonna miss it, so I might as well pause it again. Okay. We'll back it up right there. Somewhere on here with the number 6 of Cody and the number 4, something happened right here. There it is. The 4 goes up, comes all the way up, and you can see net code. Once you get down off on that apron, I'm telling you, it flat out sucks. It upsets that car so bad, and that's exactly what Zachary did. He got it down below on that yellow line, upset it, it threw him up there sideways, but watch the net code. iRacing says, yep, you're going to hit me, so I'm going to wreck it. And Cody went for a fly. He was flying right up to the wall. And that's how we got that. So Cody is going to be an unhappy camper, but netcode definitely bit him. But when you play with a double yellow line, well, it's a double-edged sword. So we're going to line it up. We're going to do it again. And right here's your top 5. Lynch, Miz, Anderson, Hummel, Ward. Hanging in there, 11 o'clock. It's getting close. We're doing all right. Now, The 33 and the 24, they have worked very well together. I mean, they have worked really good together. Sad part is they're not going to work together right now because one's going to be on the bottom and the other one's going to be on the top. Now, Shane and the 39 and BK Anderson coming up right here. Those are going to be your pushers. You are going to have to be right on somebody's butt, and you're not going to let up. You're going to have to literally push them all the way around this track to try to prevent the other line from getting in front of them. That's the pusher's job. That's what he's going to have to do. Miz is showing some serious muscle. He ain't got a scratch on that machine. It's dirty, but it's clean. No dents, dings, nothing. Good aerodynamics. He's going to be fast. Taking a look at the 33, the exact same thing. Just as clean as a whistle. Well, he's got just a little bit of damage on that left rear. Just a little bit. But not enough really to hurt anything. Well, it's come down to this. You guys better just hang on. Nancy, you're probably on the edge of your bed. At least you should be. It's 11 o'clock. But I think we're going to get this puppy in here, right here. Now remember, it's happened once already. Do not miss a gear when you're going through those gears. You better look down and make darn well sure that you're changing them through properly and easy. Because if you miss a gear now, you're done. Cody Nagels got drilled up to the wall. Coming all the way back. Now he's in the 11th position. He's got some work to do. Does he have enough time to get it back up there? Nancy says, I'm in my recliner. I got one eye open and the other one closed, and both my fingers are crossed. Well, this is what it's going to come down to, hopefully, right here. Go through those gears. Don't miss a gear. Do not try to money shift. You money shift, you're in trouble. So far, everybody goes nicely. John gets a nice little jump right there. He's kind of giving up that bottom line, though. Let's see, is he going to drop it back down in there and close the door? Yes, he did. He shut the door right in front of the 31 of Joey. Joey's another one. He's a fast one. This is going to be pretty interesting right here. Coming right up through the middle, trying to get something going. That's going to be the 39. Not going to be able to happen right now. Wow, on the bottom, you see that transitions push these guys really hard. But right now, the 33 is a happy camper. One to go right here this time. Here comes that top line. They've got some juice behind them. White flag. They're going to break it up just a little bit. BK Anderson, he can smell it. He's right there in the middle, looking to get a little bit of help behind him. He's got Miz taking a peek, gonna stick him out the drive. 4 wide right now. Duvidak's gonna ride in with Miz right behind him and shove him right up to the front. And just like that, trouble back into the back. They're already touching in the transition. They're wrecking behind them. They're gonna stay wrecking too. It's gonna come down to this right here. What's it gonna be? You can see Miz and Duvidak are touching the 33 right here in the middle. Not gonna happen, Captain. Unbelievable Miz is going to come out the winner of this bad boy. Duvendak's going to be second. And John Lynch is going to be third. Oh my gosh. What a run right there. Miz, he was tough. He had some serious power there. But he is going to be your winner. You guys stick around. We're going to come back and talk to these cats. We'll be right back. Bobby with all the hobbies, MaxSpeedTV, Noma Super Speedway League. Don't go anywhere.
We got big time problems with that motor, buddy. Hey, just between you and me, the idea is to avoid the other cars. Congratulations! You just set the sport back 30 years with that move. That move will put you in the Hall of Shame. You keep doing stuff like that and we're going to lose our sponsor. Looks like that's it for us today. Now I know why you got canned by your old team. It's over. We can't fix that damage.
Welcome back, everybody. MaxSpeedTV, Noma Super Speedway League. You saw the little caution indication I showed right there. Yeah, we had a few of them tonight in this race. It was a few. Yep, we had 11 cautions, actually. It's kind of a long night. But I'm going to tell you, these three cats right here, they came out of swinging. And swinging. The third place, John, talk to me in the 33, son. You was impressive to watch tonight. You had some serious muscle.
Yeah, it's my first race in this league. I didn't want to make any enemies, so glad I got through the night without wrecking anybody before the checkered, but me and the 24 Clyde there after the checkered, but yeah.
Well, I got to tell you what, you had some serious fans out here on YouTube cheering you on, and I got to tell you, you're like a little kamikaze, because I think every single time you went into a turn, you flirted with that yellow line to the point where it literally got you sideways. I think you were more sideways into turns than you actually were straight the whole entire night. And you didn't let up. You just kept the hammer down and just kept on eating. That was pretty impressive, I have to admit.
Yeah, I don't know how I did it. I'm gonna be honest. I have no idea how I did that. Especially that save on lap 32 or something.
Yeah, I think you probably could have lost that about 10 times, but you didn't. I mean, you had to been sawing that wheel right off, buddy. I mean, it was a heck of a job saving it. I don't know how you did it, I'll be honest with you. But you came in third place tonight. Good job. And well, now I think it's I believe your grandmother, Nancy, is that right? Is that your grandma?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
All right, don't you dare call me a ma'am. What's the matter with you? You never call your broadcaster a female. But anyway, yeah, she was pretty excited. I think she was on the edge of her recliner right there, rooting for you all night. Good job. So she can go to bed and get some sleep now. But who do you want to thank before I let you go? Nice third place finish.
Yeah, I want to thank Manny Ray's Cemetery Designs, Hoops Forever South, Ag Solar Solutions, Spino Designs, my uncle in the 31. He finished fourth. He was trying my best we were trying our best for a 1-2, but come up 2 spots short, but still a 3-4. I'll take it, and thanks for MaxSpeedTV putting on this broadcast.
Absolutely, son. Now get to bed because it's late and you got school.
Who needs it?
We'll see you next week, buddy.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, Duvendak, you never cease to amaze me, man. Running around, you got no back end of that car whatsoever, and you still had quite a bit of muscle, and you and Miz worked pretty doggone good together that very last lap. That was impressive to see as well.
Yes, ma'am. That was a huge run there.
I got your ma'am.
Yeah, I thought I was sitting duck there with one to go. Everyone was blowing by us, and I think we kind of shot the middle there. Got a huge run, and I was just latched to his bumper. I wasn't going to leave him until coming off of 4. I had to try to make a move, and then I think we came to the line 3 wide, if I'm not mistaken. I wasn't sure.
It was 3 wide. It was pretty good, I'll tell you. I
Yeah.
was impressed. I for the last 20 laps, I thought for sure that 33, he was a force to be reckoned with. I mean, that little fella had some muscle going around through here. But I got to tell you, Jason, pretty impressive watching you as well. You was quiet. You're like a little snake in the grass. You as quiet as can be here the last 10 laps, and out of nowhere, here comes that Coca-Cola machine right up somebody's butt, and you wasn't about to let up either.
Nope. Got to keep pushing if you want to get up front.
That's exactly what you did. Duvidak, nice job. Who do you want to thank before I let you go? It's past your bedtime.
Yeah, you're not lying. Well, first off, I want to apologize to everyone tuning in. That was kind of messy tonight, so we got some things to straighten up. But I think everyone still had fun for the most part. Yeah, I gotta agree with you there on the 33. He was very impressive tonight, up at the front all night. I believe, and he had one huge save that kind of blew my mind. I think he fought it the entire turn 1 and 2, so that was really cool to see. Yeah, thank you for doing our broadcast. You know, you're the sexiest woman out there in broadcasting.
I know it. That's true.
So,
I do look good in high heels.
Can't disagree with that. So I gotta thank my wife, my kids. I gotta thank all these drivers. I know tonight was rough. We're gonna have to hash this out and all sit down and have a little powwow with each other. But I think in the end we're gonna put a better product on track after this and come back better next week at Talladega.
Oh, I have no doubt in my mind you will. Well, hey, nice job, second place as usual, getting those points. That's exactly what you do and you do best. And you know what? Well, good luck, and I guess I'm gonna see you to our butts up in the snow here in about another couple of days.
Yeah, I heard what you said prior to the broadcast starting. So if you screw anything up, I got a snowplow. I'll just plow my way all the way to Sandusky, and we'll have a talk.
That I have a snowplow and a snowmobile, and I will run to the hills.
Yeah, you better bring that shit down here then.
I will. You be safe. Take it easy, and we'll talk to you next week, Dave. All right, Robert.
Yes, sir. You have a great night.
Later. All righty, Miz. How'd you do it, man? How'd you do it?
Oh, just keeping my foot on the floor and just finding the gap at the right time. I shot the middle and I was just able to get the 99 behind me pushing, and thank God he didn't let up until turn 4.
Well, it was impressive. I mean, you and there for a while, you and 33, you guys were actually working really well together on that bottom line. It was really impressive, and I got to thinking, we got ourselves a race right here because, you know, Miz has got some firepower going on, and 33, of course, was hanging on to that bottom line, and of course, Duvendak, who knows about him? I mean, here he comes, and you two hooked up there, come on outside. That was pretty impressive, but you're the man tonight, pal. You got the points, and you got the win. Who do you want to thank?
Definitely got to thank Robert for putting on this league. I know tonight was a rough night, but this track's really hard with the turn in and the corners. If you just hit that apron a little bit, it's catastrophic. So, I mean, every race before this has been really good. So I got to thank him.
I got to tell you, that turn, that bump in that turn, every time you guys would hit it, I would spill my pop.
Yeah, it was crazy in the car.
I bet it was.
Got to thank the fat and nerdy team as well for coming out and helping out tonight.
Yeah, you guys, you did great. I mean, hey, there's a lot of guys in here that, that got taken out fairly early, and I know you had to do a lot of dodging to try to put the tires on that thing, and you did, actually. But you be safe, have yourself a great week, and hopefully you don't get any of the snow that everybody else is going to get.
Nope, we'll be right south of it, so we'll be good, but appreciate you.
All right, you be safe, and we'll catch you next week, all right?
Yep, later.
All right, buddy. Well, we did it. We got through it. Lord have mercy. Unbelievable, huh? But that's going to be your winner right there, Mr. Jason Miz. Appreciate everybody has hung out with me tonight. It's been a long night. A lot of fun. Appreciate everybody in YouTube. Thanks for hitting the like button. And again, you guys be safe and take care of yourselves until next week. It's 2022. Grab a loved one, give them a hug, tell them you love them. Something new. What do you think, huh? In the meantime, we'll see you next week. Till then, see ya.